Kentucky Kernel is the University of Kentucky's independent student newspaper. It was established in 1892 and has been independently run by UK journalism students since 1971. For the editors who run the paper, college life can be even more exhausting than usual.
I mean, every day is a new challenge here at the Kernel. It can be, some people getting up in the morning, but it can also be, taking on your university in a lawsuit. When I was a freshman, I remember when Will Wright and Cheyenne Miller, at the time, the editor-in-chief and managing editor, submitting an open records request to just get information and the university denying it. And that's kind of been the hallmark of my tenure here at the Kernel. So kind of going up against a university, I think, is probably the most challenging, but every day, like I said, is a new experience. It could be calling a source, getting back to them. I've often had to run and go get sources because they wouldn't answer my phone calls. So it's a new challenge every day.
I think the most challenging thing would probably just be keeping up with the deadlines alongside classes and work and extracurriculars. Meeting deadlines and sticking to all the guidelines can be a challenge, but it's rewarding and it's worth it.
I think the most challenging part of my job as an editor at the Kernel is managing other students. Since I'm a student myself, I sometimes struggle with when I need to be an authoritative figure and when I need to be a friend.
When you're about to post a story that a lot of people are going to look at, and that will probably have a lot of weight because it's probably going to include some kind of content that talks about death or what have you, anything like that. I think there's just kind of a worry in the back of your mind that maybe you got something wrong, and that maybe the thing you got wrong is going to make the wrong impact and what have you. This is kind of like I think hitting the publish button on those is usually you have all that second guessing in the back of your mind, and you just have to be confident in what you did.
Editors may be called upon to spend all day on an assignment or to cover a breaking news story in the middle of the night. It is about more than a job for Kernel editors, though. The people who run the newspaper are more like family than coworkers and help each other through rough times.
When I went into the Kernel, it's not something, the atmosphere in the room and how everyone acts so bonded wasn't something that I expected. There's a lot of time bonding in the office, and we just recently took a staff trip to Florida who could go, and we bonded more there, and it's a good experience.
I think the challenges are also exciting because once you overcome them with your fellow editors by your side and your peers, you get to experience the joy and the reward from that. So I think that's kind of what keeps people coming back to the Kernel, is that experience of moving mountains and being here at your student paper. And getting to that as a student is really unique because we're all so young, but we get to change the world in some way.
The atmosphere, to me, is very welcoming. I've always said this about the Kernel. It was like one of my biggest fears that it would be so professional that I would feel out of place because I'm one of the youngest people here. But actually, no, it's very inviting. Everyone's always willing to help each other out. And most of all, we're just chill. Like regular students, we just happen to work on a newspaper.
For these hardworking students, sometimes a nap on the newsroom couch is in order.